Continuing with the Halachot of Halakat, Nerot, Shabbat, lighting the Shabbat candles. Once again, this is for the protection and the zechut of all the soldiers who are protecting the state of Israel, as well as those fighting and those living in the country, that everyone should stay safe. We should hear no more suffering on our side. B'ezrat Hashem. Continuing with the Halachot, just as important to highlight the importance of the lighting of the Shabbat candles. The Halacha explains that from the letter of the law, if someone, lo aleinu, can't afford buying both Shabbat candles and Chanukah candles, the Halacha would dictate that that person must spend his money on the Shabbat candles instead of the Chanukah candles. We say such a big deal about the Chanukah candles and Pirsumei Nisa, but the Shabbat candles take precedence over the Chanukah candles because the Shabbat candles were instituted for Shalom Bayit. The Chachamim wanted that during the Seudah, during the meal, when someone eats with their family, that there should be light, so they have oneg, there's a delight in Shabbat, and they're able to see each other and enjoy Shabbat much more. Just to wrap up that halacha, today, whenever there's electricity, Ovadia as well as Rabbi Haim would agree that because there's electricity and the element of Shalom Bayit exists and we see each other well, we don't necessarily need the candle. In our case today, you would buy if someone doesn't have the means to buy both candles for Shabbat and Chanukah, they would spend it on Chanukah because they have the electricity to rely on for the Shalom Bayit aspect of the Shabbat candles. But that's just to highlight the importance of what Shalom Bayit is really meant for and how important Shabbat candles are. The next halacha would be, what's the number of candles that a woman or must be lit in their house? So from the letter of the law, halacha explains that one candle is all that's needed to fulfill the obligation of Shabbat candles. However, there's a minhag that explains anyone who adds more candles in honor of Shabbat, he is praiseworthy. So think back to before electricity. If they had to light one candle where they're eating the seudah, that's their obligation. If they now go and light many more candles across the room, you'll obviously have much more Shalom Bayit. There's much more light in the house, and how much more oneg, how much more delight will there be in that Shabbat. Now, just to wrap up this halacha, there are some women who have the minhag to light two candles. One to commemorate Zachor, one commemorate Shamor. Anyone, when we read the Ten Commandments, there's two times in the Torah we have the Ten Commandments. There's in Yitro and Vayit Chanan. And in these two, they both speak about Shabbat. Just the first word in the Pasuk is different from the first and the second time. One time it says Zachor, one time it says Shamor. And the Halacha comes to teach us that Zachor is b'ma'asav. You have to remember lekadesh Shabbat b'ma'asav. You have to actively remember Shabbat. That's the mitzvah of doing kiddush. And Shamor is you have to safeguard yourself from, God forbid, violating a lotas, a negative commandment. So some women have the minhag to light two candles, one in honor of the Zachor, one in honor of Shamor, the two different languages the Torah used when it taught us the mitzvah. Additionally, some have the minhag to light 7 candles in order to commemorate the 7 olim, the 7 aliyot that one receives when they on Shabbat, and some even have, or 7 days of the week, and some have the minhag to light the amount of candles that per people in their household. So a family, a husband and a wife that have one child, she would light 3, 2 children, 4. 3 children, 5 candles, and so on and so forth. Again, all of these are nice minhagim. The most important element is to understand the chovah, the obligation is to light 1. However many more you light, it's a beautiful minhag, and B'ezrat Hashem, see beracha from fulfilling the mitzvah. Have a wonderful day.